There comes a moment in life when you look at yourself and realize you've been carrying excuses like a blanket. You've been hiding behind fear, behind doubt, behind what happened to you instead of what can happen for you. But then something shifts. Something inside you says, I can't keep living like this. That moment is powerful. That moment is sacred. That's where the real transformation begins. When you say, enough is enough, you stop waiting for permission and start giving yourself direction. You stop convincing yourself of what you can't do and start focusing on what you will do. Excuses lose their comfort. Comfort loses its appeal. You stop settling for half effort, half dreams, half life. That phrase becomes a declaration to yourself. I've had enough of my own limitations. And once you reach that place, your energy changes. Your discipline changes. Your mindset sharpens. Because there is nothing stronger than a person who is tired of standing in their own way. Pain will either break you or build you. And the choice is yours. There comes a time when the weight of disappointment becomes too heavy. When the heartbreak, the failures, the frustration, the silence from the world, it all reaches a point where you can't take the same cycle anymore. And right there, in that moment of emotional exhaustion, something fierce awakens inside you. Pain becomes the fuel you never asked for but always needed. You stop crying over what didn't work and start fighting for what will. You stop asking, why me? And begin saying, try me. You stop accepting life's punches and start swinging back. Enough is enough becomes your emotional armor. It becomes the moment you rise because staying down hurts worse than getting up. And once pain becomes your teacher, you turn your suffering into strength, your setbacks into strategy, and your wounds into wisdom. You stop breaking, you start rebuilding. There comes a point when you're done letting people drain your energy. Use your kindness and disturb your peace. Enough is enough is the moment you finally put yourself first. Not out of selfishness, but out of survival. You start setting boundaries not to push the world away, but to protect the future you're building. You learn to say no without guilt. You learn to walk away without explaining. You learn to stop giving chances to people who waste them. You stop letting negativity live rent free in your mind. You stop letting anyone dictate your worth. Boundaries become your shield, a shield built from self, respect, clarity, and strength. And as soon as you raise that shield, the wrong people fall away. The right people show up. Your life becomes lighter, healthier, and more focused. Because you finally understand that protecting your peace is not optional. It is essential to your growth. When you finally reach that moment of enough, something incredible happens. Your life stops being accidental and becomes intentional. You no longer move without direction or live without purpose. You become deliberate. Everything you do, every decision you make, every step you take is rooted in clarity. You stop wasting time on distractions, stop investing in relationships that don't lift you, and stop chasing validation from people who don't matter. You begin focusing on your goals, your growth, your future. You rebuild your life brick by brick, not rushed, not desperate, but with wisdom and precision. You stop starting and quitting. You stop dreaming and doubting. You start planning. You start acting. You start becoming. And with every intentional choice, your life forms a new shape, a shape that reflects the person you're becoming instead of the person you used to be. When you reach your breaking point, you discover something powerful. You don't break, you evolve. Enough is enough becomes the moment your old self dies and your stronger self rises. You develop discipline you never had, courage you never felt, and confidence you never knew existed. You stop tolerating what weakens you. You stop accepting what limits you. You stop being controlled by fear, doubt, and uncertainty. You become the version of yourself that doesn't back down, doesn't shrink, doesn't quit. You stand taller, speak clearer, think deeper. Life didn't get easier. You got stronger. You learn to carry yourself differently. You learn to fight for the life you deserve instead of settling for the life you tolerated. And once that stronger version of you steps forward, nothing and no one can push you back into the person you used to be. There comes a moment in every life where the weight becomes too heavy, the cycle becomes too familiar, and the pain becomes too loud to ignore. That moment, the moment you say, enough is enough, is not weakness. It is awakening. It is the birth of a new strength inside you. It's the moment you stop living tired, stop living small, stop living trapped in the same patterns that held you down. You decide you're done settling, done breaking your own heart, done letting life move you instead of you moving life. Enough is enough becomes the turning point where your excuses die and your purpose begins. From that moment on, you walk with a different fire. You protect your peace, you choose discipline over comfort, and you rebuild with intention, not emotion. The world doesn't get to decide your worth anymore. You do. Your past doesn't shape your future anymore. You do. This is the moment you rise, not because life got easier, but because you finally got tired of living below your potential. And once you reach that point, once you make that declaration deep in your soul, you don't go back, you go forward, stronger, sharper, unshakable.